Okay, it's Monday, April 7th. This is your update. I'm going to get back to doing the 48-hour forecast starting tomorrow on Tuesday until I get back on a schedule where I can get things done. So today is just your update. I know some areas had some freezing rain, some areas had some sleet, some areas had some light snow, but still just a reminder that winter's not over with. But I'll tell you what, it's a chilly day out there, all the way down to Philly. I was down there today and it was 42 degrees this afternoon down there. That's pretty cold. That's for this time of year. And it's in the 30s up where I live. So, I'm sure the Poconos are much chillier. All right, so let's get to it. I got one thing I want to show you before we get started, and I want to make one statement. Yesterday we were live, and I mentioned about hitting the stars and donating stars, and I thought each star was worth 99 cents. And it turns out that Facebook doesn't, it's not the way it works. Every star is worth a penny, and Facebook keeps 30% of the penny. Go figure that out, okay? It's like, can they take any more? But anyway, people I think thought they were donating $10 and $20, and actually they were donating 10 cents and 20 cents and 1 cent and things like that. So I just want to let them know that that was the mistake that I made. I thought it was something different, and I was wrong with that. So, but I hope you tuned into the live. I try to give you some insight on things. Now, I found this on the internet. I'm thinking it is Weatherbell, but I'm not sure that posted this. But if you look, there were thunderstorms lined up through here, and I just wanted to show you how all the planes are flying in different directions around this thing, and nobody really wanted to go through it. And I thought that was quite interesting. You could see where the heavy traffic was at, and you can see up here, there's hardly anything. There's not much up there to go for. But I just wanted to show you that you can look right in the center here where it was at, and everybody was trying to avoid it. So I thought that was an interesting picture. Okay, so right now across the area, this is what the temperatures would be about 8 o'clock. As you can see, there is another front coming through here, and this is just a little bit of southerly air up ahead of it, bringing the temperatures up. But overall, most of the states in the 30s, and behind the front, some 20s. As you can see, there's very little precipitation with this. There's a little rain ahead of it, but with that cold air coming down, there's a little bit of snow involved with it. And there's also off the coast here, you can see there was a front out here which caused some drizzle and some showers. But as this comes across, that moves out. There's not really much to come across the state, so I wouldn't expect anything accumulation wise from this. Temperatures this week, I mean, tomorrow there's no relief. 20s to the north, the Poconos around 32, Laurel Highlands around 32, Pittsburgh, your upper 30s, southeastern PA, you get to the low 40s. Just a little bit warmer here in South Jersey and Delaware, but still, for this time of year, it's below normal. And how much below normal? Tuesday, as you can see, it's quite below normal. 20 degrees to the up here to Erie, to where it's about 14 degrees below normal down here in southeastern PA. So it's pretty cold across the region. So that's kind of the point of that. Now, Wednesday, we do pick up a few degrees in the column. We get upper 30s now. Instead of like freezing, we get into the upper 30s up here. And we're into the low 40s out by Pittsburgh. We're into the mid 40s down here by Philadelphia. The difference between normal, as you can see, not as bad. Still 10 degrees or so below normal for the most part across the region. And I want to talk about Wednesday night. We have some more precipitation moving in. In the front part of it, since this will be at night, like 11 o'clock at night is this map, there will be a little bit of snow ahead of it as it moves, but you'll see it changes over to rain. And as it moves to the northeast, yeah, you got to get up here into the Poconos, Wellsboro, and Tobyhanna, or Towanda up this way, and then towards Binghamton, Cortland, and Elmira up that way to see any more snow out of this. And this will take this back to this thing here. This is 11 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. And then as you can see, there are some areas that still by 1 o'clock have a little bit of snow, especially in the Poconos. And again, higher elevations, not the lower elevations, as this moves away. And again, it's not a lot of snow, but it could whiten the ground in some areas. We could be talking an inch, maybe a little bit more on the highest elevations. Can get maybe a 2 inch out of this. But again, just to remind you, it's still chances of snow, and it's not unusual. This isn't anything special, but we're just got to go through this cold period to get into the warmer temperatures. Now all this is cold air. The green is very cold um, for this time of year, for seasonal time of year. But as you can see, this shows Friday. We take this out into the weekend. You can see it tries to moderate a little bit up here in New England and into parts of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, as that cold air sinks south. But then as we get into Saturday, which is the 12th, it kind of come returns, and you can see in this area, the Adirondacks, very cold. So we got warm out here, we got cold out, cold in the east, and this takes us through into Sunday. You can still see temperatures are below normal. Not the bad. Most of the real below is to the south. Even Florida is getting it. And then as we get into next week, there's Sunday, and then I'll get into Monday right here. You can see that warm air is trying to push east. This is Monday the 14th, still below normal, but then these temperatures are working their way east a little bit. So I think this takes you out to Monday afternoon on the 14th, and you can see it's starting to wear down. So, you know, maybe we're going to start heading into some decent weather, but I still think there's a little bit of cold to go. But just watch out for that little bit of snow you guys are going to get this week, and we'll be okay. All right, we'll go back to the 48-hour forecast tomorrow, and I'm going to throw up there now how you could donate to try to support the page. I can use a little help on this. It's quite expensive, quite a lot of time consuming. I don't have any sponsors, but if you have a nursery or something you'd like to advertise, let me know. I'll make a 15-second video for you and I'll post it on here. I charge $30 and I do all the production work and everything, so that's not bad. I mean, I don't think it's that bad. I'm not trying to kill anybody. I'm just, trying to get a little bit to kind of cover some of the costs. All right, everybody, take care, be safe, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. And I'm showing you here PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. You can donate at any of those areas and those things if you wish to donate. Anything helps out. That's all I can say. All right. I thank you very much. Even for your consideration, I thank you. And I'll be back on here tomorrow.